All right, guys, so a little bit of an update. I know it's been a while. Me and Bandit are still dealing with weather issues and having trouble getting out here because of the mud on the road. I'm trying not to ruin it too much. Roads around here get posted during mud season, which means you can't really have any heavy equipment or dump trucks on them. So once it's not posted anymore, I actually have a friend that has a contracting business that's going to help me put a lot of work into the road and get that up to snuff. So I'm not too worried about ruining the road, but it's best to stay off it this time of year. We're gonna get a big snowstorm tonight, up to a foot. So that's why I took the cover off that portable garage that I have for the tractor, because we could get up to a foot of snow and I'm worried that it would just collapse that structure. It's really not built for that. So I took it down, put a tarp over the tractor, and then that's pretty much what I came out for. But I'll show you a couple things I've done inside. Let's get this unlocked. All right, so you remember there used to be a wall here, and there's still going to be a wall there, but it's open right now. So I have these studs that I took out that'll go right back in there. So there'll be a wall right here, and then this big room, tall ceilings. This is the wall here that I took out. That's kind of where the old bathroom was roughed in. But you can see I've got these two beautiful big windows that I've repurposed. And between those windows is gonna be where this wood stove sits. So 3 feet off the wall, we're gonna have some I'm gonna put in some sort of hearth, and then a stainless steel chimney that'll pop out the wall and then go straight up outside with triple wall insulated chimney pipe. So this is the wood stove that I'll also eventually do a video on rehabbing. I need to do some welding on it. Some of these plates are coming off, and then it needs new fire brick on the inside. Some of it's okay, and then it needs new rope. But it's a heavy duty cast iron stove, has 6-inch pipe coming off the top. So this chimney is going to just get buried in wall because it's got some issues, but also very hard to clean. And I just don't like where this wood stove is living. This wood stove, and I think what I want is it really to be a centerpiece. So that's gonna live right here, in between those two big windows. Chimney's gonna go right up. So this is a big room, tall ceilings. It's gonna be pretty much the living room. I've got 2 more windows just like this that will replace these 2 windows, and I'll frame them out exactly the same, so that will work well. This room will feel a lot bigger, have more light, and then that wood stove's gonna be a great centerpiece. And then other than that, just kind of done some cleaning up. I built this little temporary workbench to hold some stuff. Next, what I'll do is do some staple in some of this tar paper where it's torn up and fix that up, get that ready for insulation. And we'll see if I end up doing spray foam throughout or just spray foam in the roof and the floor. And then one thing I need to figure out also is what I'm going to use for flooring. So I really like this. It's rough cut 1-inch thick wide plank pine, and it's got some issues. You know, there's some holes that I need to patch up, but mostly it's, so the bottom of this is going to get spray foamed, and that's going to, of course, insulate, but also weather seal and be an air seal. So I'm wondering if I go through and I'm going to hole saw out some pieces of this, and then I'll hole saw out this the same size. So let's say for this I would do a 2.5 inch, cut a 2.5 inch hole saw there, or maybe a bigger one, a 4 inch, something like that, and then cut another similar thing out of another same size thickness piece of wood, and then Gorilla Glue around that, and put you know, a 2x6 under that from below so screws don't pop all the way up, and then that's gonna seal that up. So I think the easy thing to do, or one easy way to do it, would be just to put laminate type flooring over this, and, you know, put a vapor barrier down, a layer of foam, and do it that way. But I do really like these floors, and I think it'd be a shame, this wood, to cover it up. So I'd be interested what people think. I've seen where, especially like, this is what they do, you don't see it a lot in residential, but in on boat decks, what they'll do is they'll caulk these gaps, and they'll build the caulk up and kind of like grout it in there, like as if you were grouting tile, and then they'll go through and sand the whole thing so that the grout is level, or the caulk is level. And I've been looking into that. It's what they do on boats that have like a teak deck. There's a gap in there for expansion contraction, and then they caulk it. It looks really nice. I've never really seen that done in a house. I know it'd be a lot of work, but that's what I'd like to do, I think. Especially, you know, the caulk will not fall out the bottom because the spray foam will be supporting it from there. And then this here is there's a plastic layer under it, and then it's like a 1/8 inch piece of just like cardboard, particle board type stuff. So I need to tear that all up, but I'm leaning towards trying to maintain these floors and get them sanded, and then probably put some sort of like matte poly over them. You can't beat the wide plank pine. Of course, there's no sheathing under here, so it'd be if when this was built there was plywood sheathing and then this pine was put over it, that would be beautiful, exactly what I want, but it's not how it was done. Same thing on the second floor, if you can see. Same wood. The gaps are bigger upstairs, so that I think might be a better candidate for. One option I'm thinking of is actually taking out this pine, trying to salvage as much as I can, and then putting down just like a plywood subfloor with glue, and then going over that with a laminate. I don't know how well I'll be able to seal up these gaps, which are much bigger than they are downstairs. So that's what I'm leaning towards for this second floor, but that's not a huge concern of mine right now. But I wanted just to give you an update. Another snowstorm's coming through tonight. They're saying up to 1 foot. So I came out, got a couple things squared away, got that the tarp taken off the shelter so it didn't just bend it and collapse it. It handled about 6 inches of snow and it didn't like it. So any more than that, we're gonna try to avoid. And then wanted to give you an update on some of the things. I meant to video and walk you through some of the work I did on those windows. So I did one to just figure out all the dimensions, and then I was gonna do a good video on the second one, but I just ended up being in a groove and getting them both banged out. Taking the videos actually takes a lot of time, and decided not to do it. So maybe I'll be able to do that on these ones. But that's the update. Wanted to share with you guys, and let me know if you have any ideas on those floors. Me and Bandit are gonna, it's Friday afternoon, and call it a day.